Hey, it's Lukky, and welcome to Godot 4.6. We got another beautiful update with a bunch of quality of life improvements and new features, and today I'd like to go over my top 5 favorite new features in the update. This video will not cover the whole update, just the features that stand out to me, so be sure to check out the blog post for everything that's been updated and added. Before we get started, I'd like to give a big thank you to all the people that worked on this update and the Godot Foundation. Be sure to support the Godot Foundation through donations or buying the Godot plushie. Supplies are limited for the plushie, but right now they're still in stock, so be sure to grab one while you still can. Alright, let's get into the video. Number 5. The new Godot theme. When you open Godot 4.6, you'll instantly notice that the whole theme has been revamped. This is actually the minimal Godot theme by Passive Star, and the only reason it's on number 5 for me is because I've been using it for years. If you check any of my older videos, you'll find the first link in the description is always the theme of Passive Star. It's absolutely beautiful. And it's also very easy to customize. If you go into editor settings, theme, you'll find all the theme settings. I actually like to tweak the base spacing from 4 to 3. As you can see, everything is just a little more tight. And one other thing I find myself doing quite often is changing the colors around a bit. If you're working on a bigger project for a long time, your eyes can get kind of fatigued on the editor, and just tweaking this base color to something a little different, and this highlight color will give the whole editor a new look. For me, it works as kind of a life hack to give myself fresh eyes on a project. I don't know, might just be me. Number 4. Navigating the editor while holding a resource. This might seem like a very minor update, but I find myself doing this a lot in the older editors and it not working. It was kind of a frustrating part for me. So now it finally being implemented is super nice. What does it do? When you hold a resource, a material for example, you can now navigate the editor while holding the resource. So I can switch tabs, go into nodes. Within these nodes, I can even go into different tabs, open up submenus, and find the location where I want to drop the resource. Very nice. Number 2, reflections overhaul. Both the screen space reflections and the reflection probes have been overhauled in 4.6, making them better and faster. Here you can see the demo of the screen space reflections. Of course, there's still little artifacts, but that's just the problem of screen space reflections, not of the implementation here. Things that are not visible on the screen will not get a reflection, obviously. But just applying a little bit of distortion to your reflections will hide your crimes very nicely. And look how beautiful that looks. There are a couple of things I want to make you aware of when using screen space reflections. By default, the reflections are rendered at half size. By going to project settings, searching for SSR, and in environment, you can see screen space reflections, half size is enabled. When we disable this, you can see the quality improves a bunch, of course at the cost of some performance. I did sadly also find one bug using the new screen space reflections. When we're using MSAA 3D anti-aliasing, when you're using the 2 times anti-aliasing, it completely breaks the reflections. I'm not sure what causes it, but I'll make a ticket on the GitHub repo, and I'm sure it will be fixed in the next version. But yeah, if you're using this in an existing project and you're using that type of anti-aliasing, be sure to use or higher or a different type of anti-aliasing, because this one doesn't work. And for number 1, the new IK system. We finally have a proper IK system in Godot. This has been a long time coming, and I'm so happy it's finally here. My first project in Godot was actually building a custom IK system, because the old system was so deprecated. I thought I needed to make a new one, but now finally having a proper IK system, I'm so happy. I'm going to be playing around with this a bunch. It's going to be making development so much easier. A bunch of new IK nodes have been added to Godot, allowing for chain IKs and just these simple 2-bone IKs. But yeah, this is going to make development so much easier. And for those of you that don't know what IK is, it's a way of solving bone rotations that are in chains. So for example, we have 2 bones right here for the upper arm and the lower arm. And then we have one target, and we can move this target around, and the IK solver will instantly figure out the rotation of the elbow using this marker. This marker controls where the elbow bends to keep natural rotations. For example, we want the knees to rotate forwards and the elbows to rotate backwards. And this in combination allows us to make these very natural, organic movements without a bunch of logic, just right there in the editor. So amazing. I'm going to be using this a bunch. And those are my top 5 favorite new features in the new Godot update. In the Reddit post I made about this IK system, I got a bunch of questions asking how it works. So I'll probably do a tutorial on that. If you guys would like it, let me know down below. Also let me know what your favorite new features are in the update. And that's all for me today. See you guys in the next one. Bye.